The other day I got a random text message from UPS. I'll put it up on the screen here. And it said that my package was ready. I had to fill out a few details and I can accept my package now. I'm sure we've all had texts like this because they happen all the time. I get them frequently from DHL, UPS. I'm in Canada, so I get them from Canada Post. I get them from FedEx, any delivery service. Purolator is another one. I get them from all the delivery companies all the time. It's a very common scam. But I actually had something coming in from UPS I'm expecting this week. So sometimes they're right. Sometimes they're close to the timeline. There's millions of packages going out every day. So what these scammers think is they just blast them everywhere. Eventually, they're just going to get someone that's expecting a package from that delivery service soon, and then they can hopefully scam you. So I have it up on the screen here in terms of what the message was. I'm going to pull up the link on my computer, and we're going to go and see exactly what it does, what they're trying to do, and then obviously, of course, at the end of the video, we'll go over the red flags. We're going to go through the red flags as we kind of go through it, but we'll show you how to protect yourself. So let's get into it. This is Fraud Squad. Okay, so I have it up on my computer here. I'll put it on the screen. We'll go back and forth. So the link brings me to this website, tarmaczen.store. So it's a .store domain, which is a little bit more money than some of the other domains, but that's fine. Nothing on here says UPS, even though the text message said it was from UPS, but we don't actually see anything. You can see that they've ripped off their colors. It just says Express in the UPS branding. You have one message from us. Please click below to open it. I wouldn't recommend anyone click on these links. By the way, I've taken precautions so they can't get any of my data. But we're going to confirm delivery of the suspended package. So it's got a picture of my alleged package. You have one package waiting for delivery. Use your code to track it and receive it. Schedule your delivery and subscribe to our calendar notifications to avoid this from ever happening again. Okay, nothing like blatantly. If like I try to think in like as I'm the layman, right? As if I don't like try to fight fraud all day and make videos about it. Like I try to think like a regular person. I'm expecting a package from UPS. I get a link saying check the link. I'm not necessarily looking for anything suspicious. Like I'm not suspicious yet, basically. It's because I do have a UPS package coming. So nothing like crazy. I mean, it's not really well done. Again, it doesn't say UPS anywhere. That's kind of the only red flag. And the domain is a red flag as well. I don't see anything to do with UPS. So if you do get a text from UPS and it's legitimate, make sure it's legitimate. You might want to, I don't know, look up the number. Make sure you have a parcel coming in. That's your first kind of defense against this thing. And look for UPS somewhere in the URL. And I'll show you UPS's actual tracking site after this so we can compare the two. So we'll go ahead. We got our tracking code. Let's just copy and paste this and schedule your delivery. So they got this nice pretend animation as if it's kind of thinking, okay, yeah, we're good, tracking your package. So your package information stopped at distribution hub, outstanding customs charge, international tracked courier. So the customs fee is a very affordable $1.95. So customs can go crazy. I just paid customs. I don't even know. It seems like they pull different numbers out of their ass every time they want to charge what your customs is. I had a $300 item. I had to pay $100 in customs. Stupid. Don't get me started. But it's a very affordable price. It's not something that's going to scare people off. It's not a lot of money. What they want to do here, I'm assuming, is collect your credit card information so that they can then use that to make larger purchases in the future. So we'll go ahead and schedule the delivery now. How would you like to receive your order? I want it delivered to me. I'm curious what they would do if I wanted to go pick it up. I mean, they're still trying to get the credit card, so it really wouldn't change anything for the scam. Where do you want it delivered? Let's go to at work. When do you want it delivered? Working days. A nice little, again, this kind of custom animation, make you think that their system's checking things. Got a nice satisfying check mark. Estimated delivery, 3 days. Enter your contact information on the following page and pay $1.95 in shipping costs. Enter the delivery information. Let's just go through this together. So now we got another redirect. It went to wholecrow.com now to trytopzonegifts.com/offer/bank/10. Yeah. a bunch of redirects. Another sketchy thing is if they're doing all kinds of redirects. If there's like a bunch of redirects to the URL, which by the way there was. When I originally clicked on this link or brought it to my computer, there was like 3 redirects before we landed on this URL. Another kind of sketchy thing. So let's enter my first name here. Okay, there we go. So let's enter our name. Let's keep it Josh. Duarf, which is fraud spelled backwards. Okay, so I got my Josh Duarf email open. We're ready to see any emails that come through. joshduarf@outlook.com, and then we will do a fake phone number. Let's do my area code, 551-5555. Submitting your information, nice little animation, and then they're asking for a credit card. Let's see if they'll take these. Let's do, what does it say they take here? Visa and MasterCard. Okay, let's do a MasterCard demo number, just to see if we can get through to the other side. And we'll go Ontario. Hopefully it's not a real address. Information, orders now being processed. Please wait a moment. It's got a very secure picture of a lock. I feel very secure. Declined. Your bank declined transaction. Please try again or use another card. Okay, so it didn't end up taking the test number, which I didn't think it would, but you can see the idea here. This is obviously fake. So what they're trying to do is get your credit card information, and once they have that, they're going to make all kinds of other purchases. So it's really important that you make sure that your text messages are coming from the actual courier, right? So what you can do, let's stop this right now. This isn't going to be going any further. What we'll do is we'll actually pull up UPS tracking. We'll just Google UPS tracking. Opt into essential cookies every day. How many cookies do you opt into? I missed the internet before we had privacy laws. So here we go, ups.com/track. Whatever, some weird URL, but this is actually what it looks like. UPS, like this is the actual thing. This is what it looks like. There's no enter this. They don't give you your tracking code. You enter your tracking information and then you track. You can track by reference number, import track. This is legitimate. So UPS in the domain is SSL encrypted, which doesn't really mean anything anymore. It used to. It doesn't really anymore. In terms of trying to prevent fraud or not, anybody can get an SSL certificate. But this is it. So we got this shitty site here. See if we can reload this. Yeah, we got this shitty thing. Let's pull them both up on the screen. So here you go. tarmagzen.store and then ups.com. So you got to use your intuition. You got to protect yourself. Be skeptical. The same crap I say all the time. Every scam has the same, ways to avoid it. Is just really using your brain and making sure that you're being aware of what's going on and not let them take advantage of you in the moment. A lot of the times it's like you got 24 hours left to claim your package or we're sending it back, enter the details, and you just do it because you're in such a hurry. They create a sense of urgency so you get flustered and you're not thinking properly. So here's them side by side. Let's do another one. I got another email here that I'm going to click on, and we will bring up that link because I browse through my junk folder all the time. It's a really great place to get content for a channel that's based around fraud. Okay, I'll put this up on my screen so you can at least see the email. Package delivery notification ID number 34632-900-371? Question mark? Post service. Quickly before it's too late. See that sense of urgency I was talking about? I just said that. Quickly before it's too late. Post service. And then the subject line says Canada Post. So it says tracking ID, which is different than the notification ID. With the tracking ID here, track, we were unable to deliver your parcels. There was no one present for sign-in to sign for the delivery. We're here to inform you that we need an address confirmation to reconfirm the parcel shipping. Same idea, right? What happens if I click on, so this isn't even a clickable video. This is just a picture that looks like a video. So let's copy this. Let's go and open up a new incognito tab. Let's do this. Storage.google APIs, URL, elusive and ads. Oh, it takes me back to TarmacZen.store, same people scamming, so they're running multiple shipment scams. Oh, that's good. At least it's a URL I'm familiar with. That's nice. Tracking number. So now we've had 3 different kind of tracking numbers. This is a different tracking number that was in the email, different than the ID number. Tracking number, paid order, print on the receipt, package from Canada Post, ship out date October 7, 2023. Your parcel is stuck at our post office now due to the wrong shipping information. We're not able to find any matched shipping address and zip code from the receipt. Please reschedule the delivery now so that you can receive your parcel on time. How would you like to receive your order? I want it delivered to me. I'm going to pick up myself. Let's take a little turn here. Let's go and let's see if we can pick it up ourselves. Where do you want it delivered? It ends it right there. Where do you want it delivered? I want to pick it up. Okay, where do you want it delivered? Same outcome. At work. And let's see, tracking history now. Missing delivery information and address 3 hours ago. Sorting complete 12 hours ago. Arrived at post office 1 day ago. Arrived at our facility. So they got like fake history of the package here. When do you want it delivered? Working days or weekend? Let's go weekend this time. Just because it doesn't matter. Checking. I like that progress bar. That was a lot more satisfying than the UPS one. I love a good progress bar. The expected shipping schedule, collected, identity confirmation, why? The shipping and handling fee, unpaid. Same thing here, same price actually. So shipping another picture of another package, 3 working days, ready to ship, shipping and handling fee, $195. Same thing, last step to collect your parcel. Fill in your contact information with the correct zip code on the next checkout page. Pay the shipping and handling fee via credit card or debit card. Parcel will be sent to your address within 5 working business days after your shipping and handling fee is received. So it went from 3 to 5. Inconsistent information. Inconsistent. This is the worst hack service I've ever received. Oh, and it brings me back to this thing. They're reusing the same thing. Asking, submitting information, same thing, the exact same thing. Let's try a fake Visa number. And this, even if it goes through or not, the payment goes through, this goes to their server so they can check it out. Decline your bank, decline the transaction, please try again or use another card. So I want to see if we can inspect, is there any information I can find on what they're actually using? Because like I'm trying to think of how they would actually do this. I mean, they're clever, man. I'm trying to think of how they would do this without basically just directly getting shut down from the bank quickly. But maybe what they're doing is this never goes through. Maybe, I'm just spitballing here, maybe this never goes through. But you've already entered your information and it just goes to a form, and it's sitting there in plain text on some guy's computer in an Excel sheet. So they're using some sort of form plugin. Interesting. So let's do the same thing here. Let's go and look up Canada Post tracking. And let's do the same thing side by side here. Okay, so same thing, no Canada Post in the URL on the left-hand side here. It's that TarmacZen.store URL. The actual Canada Post website, Canada Post is Canada. This is the French version of the URL. You enter your tracking number, and then you hit track. So, you know, it's got their legit logo. There's no actual logo here. The URL is fishy. It's got this weird little check mark just to make you feel good, you know, just in case a green check mark makes you feel better. And this one was just directly found in my spam filter. So I was looking for it. I would never obviously click on that. But this is something that they could text you. That other text came through no problem. And I did have a UPS package coming through. What can you do to protect yourself from this? If you don't feel confident enough in your ability to determine whether a text message is fake or not, it's really simple. Even if you get sent, let's just say DHL. I just got a shipment from DHL. I had to pay duty on something coming in from the States. If I have to be self-aware enough to know that I'm not confident enough to know whether or not I can decipher whether something's a scam text or not. Sometimes there's data breaches with these companies, and they'll actually know information about your delivery, and that can get really sketchy because they actually know you are getting a delivery. They even have your tracking number, and they can kind of fuse those two pieces of real website versus a fake website and really scam you. But so I got a text the other day from DHL saying you have to pay duty. It was a legit text from DHL. If you're not confident enough to identify whether that's a real text or not, just Google DHL tracking, enter the tracking number that you got through your email when you ordered that number, and then put it into that DHL site yourself, and then it'll pull up all the same information. If there is duty to be paid, it'll be on that DHL domain or whatever, FedEx, UPS, pick your carrier of your choice. So that's a really easy way to do it, is actually don't click on any links. Just use your tracking number and go to the carrier's website through a Google search, or just go directly to the domain if you have it bookmarked or whatever it is. That's a really easy way to tell. Easy way to kind of just safeguard yourself if you're not fully confident at identifying something that's a scam. The other thing is just, again, use your intuition. Make sure the branding matches. If you did order a package, first of all, did you even order a package? If you get a text message saying your package is delivered, if you didn't order a package, just disregard it. Make sure it's with the shipping carrier that you know it's with. If it's from Amazon, it says it's going to be UPS. Make sure that if the text is from FedEx, okay, well, you know it's from UPS based off your order. Don't click on the text. Make sure the branding is consistent. So if it's FedEx, make sure it says FedEx.com or whatever. Find out the FedEx URL, which you can just easily Google, and then make sure that's in the tracking information's website URL, right? Make sure it says FedEx.com or whatever the URL is. Make sure it says UPS.com, DHL.com, whatever the real URL is. Make sure it matches up. Make sure the branding is consistent. And then make sure, if you do have to pay duty on something, make sure that it's actually an item. Like if I order something within Canada, or if I live in America, I order something within America, you're not going to have to pay duty on that. So just use your intuition there as well. Is like, do I have to pay duty on this? Is this eligible for duty? I know typically when I order things from the get-go that there's a possibility that duty might be charged. If you're living in the US, you're probably not doing a lot overseas. Canada orders a lot of crap from the US because we have nothing in this country. So we pay duty a lot when we import from all countries, but a lot. I'm using the U.S. as an example because they're right there. So use your intuition, make sure to stay sharp, match your URLs, match your branding, and stay vigilant, and don't respond to unknown text messages. This falls under the video that we just posted. If you haven't seen it, I'll put it up here somewhere in the corner. I don't know which side it appears yet, but go watch that video. It's a really good video on why you shouldn't respond to unknown text messages, and this kind of falls right under there. This is just another way that people can use texting directly to your number to scam you out of money. In this instance, your credit card would have been compromised. You would have had to go through that whole process. Hopefully they didn't charge anything by the time you realized what was happening. I'm curious, if I did enter a real credit card in here, how quickly it would be before I started seeing sketchy charges on there. Like, is someone sitting at their computer right now, and they do it right away? Maybe, probably, it's probably smart. Or would it take a couple months? You know, would it just go by and they would just kind of slip in a couple things here and there? I don't know. Interesting. Maybe what we can do in a future video is get a credit card, a working real credit card with like a really small limit, and just track it. That way, if I lose $100, it's not going to be devastating, but I can actually just, use that to make these purchases and see and follow the money and see exactly what happens. That's actually a really good idea. I might do that. This has been another episode of Fraud Squad. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, just go watch something else. It's okay. It's not personal. You don't have to hit the notification bell. I don't know who does that. All the YouTubers ask to hit the notification bell. You know how much I have to like a YouTuber to hit the notification bell? There's like 2 YouTubers in the world that I want to see their videos that bad. So I'm not even going to ask you that. If you want to, great, but I'm not going to ask you that because that's unreasonable. No one wants these I got enough notifications, okay? So just subscribe, that'd be cool. Like the video, and I think that's more than fair.
So talk to me when you think you found an answer, and tell me all the secrets that you have.